These are the Bigfoot case files. The place, Coosa County, Alabama. The time, November 2001. A young man was deer hunting one Saturday afternoon on the side of a large pasture. He had been in his tree stand for about an hour when he started hearing very soft, muffled noises coming from an unknown location. Gradually the sounds became louder, as if whatever was making the sounds was coming closer. After what seemed to be about 5 minutes, the sounds briefly stopped. The young man looked out across the field and noticed movement along the edge of the woods on the opposite side. The hunter claims the movement was a creature of some kind walking along the tree line on 2 legs. He watched as it stepped out into the pasture and just stood there. As the hunter struggled to get his binoculars out of their case, the creature started to walk again. He watched through the binoculars as the creature started making the noises again, describing it similar to a bull elk when it squeals, as its stomach moved out and in with each sound. It was at this point the witness traded his binoculars for his more powerful rifle scope, in hopes of getting a better look. Now realizing what he was actually witnessing, the shot caused him to nearly fall from his tree stand. The creature began walking towards him from across the pasture. The hunter said it seemed to purposely walk in the dips and low parts of the field, trying to stay concealed among the grasses and sagebrush that were approximately 4 feet tall. As the creature kept getting closer, the young man climbed higher into the tree. He said the creature didn't seem to even notice the noise he was making as he climbed, just continuing its path until it had reached the tree he was in.
The thing was right under me. I couldn't tell if it was male or female. It was just covered in hair. All I know is it wasn't human. It looked right at me and put one of its hands on the trunk of the tree. I was so scared. I don't remember any time I've been more afraid. I thought it was going to climb the tree after me. I took my rifle and I put the crosshairs on the largest part of it I could see. All I know is I just didn't want to miss the thing. I don't even remember pulling the trigger. I heard the gunshot and the thing grabbed its hip and it let out this really loud blow sound, like a whale blows out of its spout. Well, it wheeled around and took off running back across the pasture and acted like it was trying to follow its exact steps it had taken before. When it got to the other side, it ran down the wood line to this pond, and it jumped right in the pond and swam across. I watched it through my scope as it swam. It got to the other side and it climbed out and took off running again. The last time I saw it, it was at the bottom of a hill before I lost sight of it. I hope that thing ran all the way to Mississippi. I don't ever want to see anything like that again.
The witness located his father, who had been hunting in a different area, and relayed the story to him. At first he didn't believe him, until he remembered hearing the shot of the rifle in the distance. The young man was too frightened at the time to return to the tree stand with his father, who went to look for blood or any other sign of what had happened, but was unable to find anything. The two returned the next morning to look for sign now that they had daylight. This time they were able to find some footprints. Judging by the height of the grass being a little over 4 feet high and the amount of the creature that was visible as it crossed the field, the witness estimated the creature at being about 7 feet tall. The young hunter also believes he must have nicked the creature. He claims he was shaking so badly with fear during the event, there was no way for him to be certain of his aim. The terrain of the area was a pasture of sage-grass with pines, oaks, and various other types of trees along the edges. The pond sits about 40 yards down from the pasture, next to a large wooded hill with a thicket and a creek that runs along the bottom. The witness described the creature in detail as being about 7 feet tall, with a lean muscular build like a swimmer or marathon runner, and covered in light black hair that was dirty and scraggly looking. Do Bigfoot roam the Alabama hills? Did this young hunter have the most frightening experience of a lifetime, or was it just a tall tale? If it weren't for rattled nerves, the Bigfoot mystery might have been solved once and for all.
Drop 40 and slip.